All right. So that was a fantastic virtual demo. If you just do exactly what he did in that video, you're going to have a lot of success working with the company. So I want you to pay attention. Number one, see how simple it is. It's so simple. If you were following along with the training manual, you'll see everything is laid out in there. So please have your training manual in front of me. We're going to go page by page real quick just to recap and making sure you didn't miss certain things. So number one, he sent the email to his customers before he did the virtual demo. So in your folder, you'll find the email there for a sample. There's an About Me page you'll fill out, and then there's an email that you'll send. One when you set up the appointment, and then one 15 minutes before the appointment. Just copy and paste the template. It's that simple. Now go to page one. So if you go to page one in the training manual, if you haven't done so yet while you're following along with the virtual video you just watched with Jacoby, go ahead and fill in the blanks with your goals and about you. If you notice that he was really going off, I mean, he spent a good solid 5 to 8 minutes just talking about his goals and why he's doing this and how it's important for him. And if you don't have those goals yet, it's okay. But I encourage you to try to think about some of those benefits that you can get from this company, assuming you do really well. So that's page. So go ahead and fill those out. Then page two. So if you go to page two in the training manual, when he says click, go ahead and click forward. It's important for you to label those in the training manual so that way you know when to tell your customer. That way you don't have to think much during the presentation. So before you do your first appointment, I would go through and write the words like click or highlight or something so you know when the clicks are in your virtual demo. If you're doing live appointments, it's a flip of the page of the blue book, but in the virtuals, you just want to get the clicks. And you'll notice when he did the videos of the super shears and the peeler, he was given like a play-by-play description of like, oh, did you see that? Like a sports announcer, like Dick Vitale doing a play-by-play. So you want to be like that. How cool is that? Isn't that really cool? Do you see how it's working right now? So do the play-by-play description of what's happening in the videos. Then go to page three. On page three, when he talked about the disadvantages of common knives. So step one, on page one, he was talking about himself and his goals, getting the customer to like him. Page two, he was talking about the company and got the customer to like the company and got them excited about Cutco. Page three is where he talked about all the problems, all the disadvantages of common knives. So this part is where you're giving them all the information while having a conversation with the customer about all the problems that people experience with their common knives. Then go to page four. Page four is where he is essentially building value for the product line to get the customer excited about Cutco. Then he narrates the rope cutting, the serrated edge and the straight edge in Cutco, and explains that awesome double D edge and why it works so well. Page five, he went through the guarantee. And by the way, I know they skipped the video, but that video is awesome. You definitely want to play that video for every customer because it shows people owning Cutco sets for 30, 40, 50 years and why they decided to purchase it. So definitely play that 3-minute video for every customer. Then you go through the guarantee and you explain that. Then he went to page six. Page 6 and 7 is the climax of the demo. That's where they get a chance to see Cutco in action on food. There's like 18 to 25 different videos of food getting cut. And you'll notice that Jacoby was asking questions about each of the knives. Like, do you see how that cut? Have you ever cut a tomato and it smushes? Do you ever make sandwiches? Do you ever buy cubed pineapple? Or do you see how that could save you so much time? So he's showing how awesome Cutco is, while asking questions and also giving personal examples and personal stories. This is the most fun part for a customer to make a comfortable buying decision. So have a ton of fun there to ask a lot of questions, give a lot of personal examples, and explain how awesome Cutco is. So that's pages 6 and 7. And then you go to page 8, and page 8 is the price comparison. So the price comparison is where you're comparing Cutco up against the Shun and the Wusthof. So it gives them a frame of reference of how expensive high quality knives are. And we're going to talk about that in the next video. So that gives them a frame of reference on the price. Page 9, this is really, really important on page 9. You want to make sure you have a pen and a piece of paper out in front of you and you physically write the prices down for yourself to go slow. and you want to have your customer have a pen and piece of paper in front of them to write down the prices in front of them to go really slow. We're going to talk about that in future videos, but it's really important to have a pen and paper writing down the prices to go really, really slow. Then you ask them if they'd like to buy. And in this case, they were unsure, so you went to page 10. So go to page 10. We show them the galley set and ask them, does that work better? They said no in this case. No problem. You go to page 11 and you show them all of the starter sets. We have 7 different starter sets. Show them all of them. Ask them which one your favorite is, and then give them the price of that one set, just like it explains you to do on page 11. They were unsure on this time as well. So then we go to page 12. Page 12, we were able to customize their own set, and we started with a 5-piece, pick 5. Then we went to a 3-piece, which is a pick 4, buy 3, get 1 free, and that ended up working for them. And you'll notice at the bottom of page 11, it tells you the payment plan options. $400 could be 5 payments, $200 3 payments, and $70 2 payments. So we got the yes. We figured out what works for them. And then he jumped, and he didn't do the gifts and accessories for time's sake, but there will be a video you will learn during your training series tomorrow on how to do the gifts and accessories. But he jumped to page 16, which is how to ask for recommendations. And on page 16, he asked for recommendations, which you'll have a video on since everything you just learned, just to kind of digest that. Now we're going to go into consumer psychology so you could think like a customer and not like a high school or college kid, so you understand the price points and understand value, because price doesn't matter. It's all about the value of what something costs. So for example, I'll say the pen for $1,000, you're like, that's a ripoff. Price is here, value is here. But if I sold you a brand new BMW for $1,000, price is here, value is here. Your job is to build the value. Doesn't matter what the price is. And you're going to start learning the psychology behind how to build that value during these next set of videos. So get ready for that. It's going to be great. Go ahead and send me your takeaways from that previous video so we're on the same page.